line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Rolling to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Mims. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here's the option, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Jets 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Bryce Hall there defensively.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw it is Locke. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Fielded just inside the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now that
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Formation for the Jets.
This is taken at the 15. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
3rd and 10.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This is taken at the 18. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Lock. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. So my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last night, Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Off play action. Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Off the play fake. Lock. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They look to throw. It's Lock. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now to the air. Lock. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Lock. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Lock. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
For the Bronco field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They try again with Cohen. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. But that'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. He's back to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 16.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now Cohen. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see.